You ain't outside.
We gon' get it up. We gon' go hard, dog. We don't get enough. Put it on my God, shorty bad. Oh my God. This ain't no facade. Park that thing in her garage. And it got me leaning like a kickstand. Think I took too much, I could withstand. The way I put this shit together, can't nobody do it better. Peep them janky moves, but you thought that you was clever. But we gon' solve it later, now let's get this paper. Cause we ain't worried about shit, now let's get this paper. Shawty say I'm too much, fam, them too tough. When you get them blues up, then you make them rules up. Whoa! Yo, what it do, world? Welcome to a whole nother new episode of You Ain't Outside podcast, hosted by your boy, you know. Back at it like we never left something. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. You know, grateful, thankful, blessed. You know what I mean? Highly favored. Yeah, so I got another great episode for y'all, you know. And like I always want to do, you know, like I do with my healthy topics and whatnot. So I want to start off with that, you know. So, in the important part of being healthy is your vision. You know, to be able to see things, come into life. You know, so with that being said, my first question of the podcast is simple. How is your vision? You know, are you able to see things? You know, can you see them clearly? Because if you can see them clearly, then a lot of things can manifest. So, and I'm just not saying seeing things just in the physical, in the spiritual, and in the natural as well. If you can see your dreams coming into fruition, you know, then you could do them in the physical, and you can start building piece by piece, brick by brick. You know, so like I said, how is your vision? Is your vision clouded? Because if your vision clouded, then your judgment gonna be cloudy. You know, so you just want to make sure your vision is clear and you thinking the right things and you feeling the right things so you can do the right things, you know. That's how it is for all of us, you know. So, and none of us is exempt from it, you know. So just try to keep thinking healthy things, and then you'll be able to see healthy things, and then you can do healthy things, you know. It's funny how certain aspects of our body is, you know, it helps us, you know. See, people think that they just go out there and do stuff. No, you know, first it starts with God, and then from God, a lot of other things come into fruition, which is our body, you know. So yeah, like I said, how is your vision? Get your vision right, and then from there, everything else will be okay. Yeah, man, new music, you know what I mean? So first and foremost, I wanted to start off with some singles that dropped. Shouts out to Tolliver. He got that FWU. Rose and Pharrell dropped For the Money. Clipse dropped Ace Trumpets. Fat Mac dropped Meet the Plug featuring Boss Man D-Lo. Young Nudie got BTA. Joyner Lucas dropped White Noise. Lupe Fiasco got Samurai with Troy Tyler. Young Blue got Trim featuring G Herbo. Burna Boy dropped Don't Let Me Down. Chef G and Sleepy Hollow dropped Woke Me Up. Yeah, so besides the singles, we got some projects too. Fat Mac got #1 trap pick. Young Blue got Blueski. BK the Ruler dropped Lucy. B Jack $sign dropped No Guest List. Coda the Friend dropped No Rap on Sunday. 38 Special got the deluxe to Mother and Gun. And Pierre Bourne got Made in Paris. So yeah, make sure y'all go check out those joints, you know what I mean? Let me know how y'all feel about them. You know, and yeah, and from there, you know, we'll go forward. Yeah, man, so this the sports part of the podcast, you know. So yeah, I just want to say shouts out to the OKC Thunder for winning the NBA championship. You know what I mean? They got it done. So now they are officially champions. But other than that, Yeah, we got the off season. So with the off season, we got the NBA draft, which just happened. We got free agency and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give y'all the top 5 players. No, I'm gonna give y'all the top 5 players of the NBA draft. So the Mavericks drafted Cooper Flagg. The Spurs got Dylan Harper. 76ers got VJ Edgecombe. The Hornets got Con Knuppel. And the Utah Jazz drafted Ace Bailey. So that's the top 5 of the NBA draft this year. But with the draft, it's always people that's in the lower seat. Those lower draft picks, they end up balling too. So be careful. Look at that. And so we got a long off season. The NBA should be back soon. Other than that, we got the Big 3 by Ice Cube. Then we got the WNBA is going on. So we still got some basketball going on. So so y'all still got something to kind of keep y'all busy over the summer. But other than that, I have my first MLB power rankings. So with that being said, I'm going to start out at number 4. Starting out at number 5, we have the Philadelphia Phillies. At 4, we have the Chicago Cubs. At 3, we have the Houston Astros. At 2, I have the Detroit Tigers. And then coming in at number 1, I have the LA Dodgers. So yeah, that is my top 5 of the MLB power rankings for this week. Yeah, this is my Off the Dome segment of the podcast where y'all know I speak my mind and whatnot, So yeah, man, with that being said, y'all know how I always do it, around this time, So speaking of, I was just talking about your vision and stuff like that. I just want to let you know, him or her, or whatever y'all want to be known as, I see you. Keep doing your thing and keep rising to the top. I see you. Keep believing in yourself. Keep believing in others. Keep putting that energy into other people, and it's going to always come back. So I see you. You know what I mean? Keep doing your thing. Other than that, thank you for tuning in to You Ain't Outside podcast hosted by your boy. And like I always say, man, if you ain't outside, where you at?
Gon' get it up. We gon' go hard, dog. We don't get enough. Put it on my God, shorty bad. Oh my God. This ain't no facade. Park that thing in her garage. And it got me leaning like a kickstand. Think I took too much, I could withstand. The way I put this shit together, can't nobody do it better. Beat them janky moves, but you thought that you was clever. But we gon' solve it later. Now let's get this paper. Cause we ain't worried about shit. Now let's get this paper. Shorty say I'm too much, fam, them too tough. When you get them blues up, then you make them rules up. Whoa!